Welcome back to the Sort of Truth podcast, the chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sort of Truth series with the Bloody Craft Brew on the side. Did I spook him? Was he not ready? I am Nate, and I'm here with Jade and Aaron, and on this episode, we are coming in to chapter 58.
You spelled it wrong.
Temple of the Winds.
You spelled it wrong. Spelled it wrong.
Yeah, I did.
Spelled it wrong.
It was me. I should have used the U.
You spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 M's, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, with the fuckery that was going on right before you hit record, I was just very impressed that you were like, nope. Professional switch on.
Boom.
Nate is starting the podcast right fucking now.
Yeah.
You're either in or you're out, motherfuckers.
That was a big
Get
risk.
in or hang on,
It was a
motherfucker.
risk.
It was a risky. You risked it for the biscuit, and you got the biscuit, though.
Yeah.
That's what I
Awesome.
was impressed. That was very good,
Goal
sir.
setting, kids. That's what it's all about.
I'm very happy that none of what was before the podcast was on the podcast. So
I'm
we're good.
disappointed nothing that was before was on the podcast, but I digress. Also, I'm still upset.
Well, now you have scotch, so it's going to
Yeah.
get way better.
A little peek behind the scenes. We were worried about the alcohol content before. We are now on episode 3, and we've switched to scotch.
Yes.
So-
So what's going to happen
Fun.
is there is going to be an exponential movement of some kind.
We're going to see some exponential movement in this episode, I promise you.
All right, you know what? If we can keep the dick jokes, think we're in okay.
Oh, they're happening. I don't know what, yeah.
Oh, Aaron, I'm talking to myself. That's
They're-
right.
Oh,
We're getting in okay.
oh, they're coming. I promise. Ah.
Because of the penis.
Yeah.
Hey, just in case anyone underage is listening and for some reason hasn't read the chapter yet, it's going to be a raunchy one.
Yeah.
This is going to be a raunchy one.
You clicked explicit. It's your
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah, but this is
Yeah,
going to be a
I do put the E on
Yeah.
every episode
This is
that
on
we
you.
release.
This
This-
is on me.
That's
this
right.
one?
We are not responsible, actually. I found that out. That's
This-
actually pretty neat.
This one, not swearing explicit.
Yeah.
There's going to be swearing.
yeah.
but
There will be swearing.
Yeah. This is the rated R, and then you see it, and it's like, fuck yeah, nudity. Here we go.
This is going to be
This
close
is a good R.
to NR, actually.
Yeah, NC-17,
I
baby.
thought you
Yeah.
were mad about it, though. You said
HBO
you were excited. You
Max.
sound like excited.
Hmm?
I thought you were mad. You sound excited.
No, I was warning the people because I care for our listeners.
But you just said good R.
Yeah, it's a good R. There's the naughty stuff in here. It's not just swear words and explosions.
But angry R.
A
but
well-deserved R.
I digress.
Wow. Okay. So, just to set the scene a little bit. So, in the last chapter, we had our weddings, and then we were separated into our separate little areas, and we are about to consummate some marriages here.
Yeah, time for
That's
sexy
right.
time.
We've got Drefan and Kahlan in one room, and we have Richard and Nadine in the other.
Well,
Mhm.
we know that the brides were led to the room that their husbands are in.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
By Kara.
By Kara. A possessed Kara.
A possessed
Right.
Kara. Exactly. That is important.
Mhm.
Also, I feel like to note.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, write that down.
Write that down.
Don't mind if I do.
So the chapter opens. Kahlan is feeling her way through the dark. Her hand brushes a hairy leg of Drefan's.
Ooh.
We're feeling super comfy right off the bat.
Like a blind man at a orgy. She
Now-
was feeling her way around.
Bravo.
Not mine. That's Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Okay. Just, I'm not
So-
that good.
Are we assuming that they were also given instructions, like get in here, get naked, lay down, get ready, kind of a thing?
Yeah, and
Well,
and
Kara
also
made-
no talking.
Kara made her naked.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, but Drefan I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh.
he probably had to do this same thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
no
we are
talking.
assuming
Yeah.
naked Drefan is
You're
on the bed.
already
'Cause
naked.
There's the answer to how excited he was if he wasn't given any direction. He's like, oh, I'm waiting naked.
Yeah.
They didn't tell you there's actually a very nice dinner they're going to serve you before starting a fire and letting you cuddle
Actually,
in front of the fireplace.
We found a way. We're going to make it happen. Actually, your mom's going to come in. Oh, we forgot to tell you that. Whoops.
Last minute
They
thing?
keep forgetting a lot of things, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Not to come, though.
There is a blanket over straw on the floor for them to lay on, so at least her back's not going to get hurt. And Kahlan gets to thinking that maybe this isn't so bad. This isn't exactly rape. I mean,
Yeah.
It's not exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
She did agree
Yeah.
to it.
Now, I do believe if you have to convince yourself that it's not exactly rape, it's rape. It's
it
still
would
rape.
be.
Kind of.
Also,
Kinda.
arguably, we'll see. We'll see how it
I think-
goes, and I feel like there's just, you can tell when it's not exactly like a thing you want to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad either way.
Yeah.
I think that she blurs the line here because that's exactly what it is. And this is a way for her to accept what's happening.
Well, and to not
her.
call
Yeah.
the person who's doing it a rapist.
Yeah, because then
Yes.
you're married
Yeah,
to
yeah.
that person forever.
Yeah.
So
And is it necessarily their fault that this is happening? I mean, they're doing it, okay? Nobody
Yeah.
is holding a gun to their head, so they are doing it
yeah.
of their own free will, but there's
Yes.
an extent to it.
Hey, and now I do want to clarify, as I think we've established, we are somewhat joking about a sensitive topic, or at least I'm about to, and I apologize and I don't mean any harm by it.
Yeah.
But it kind of is, it's under the thing of like, you're getting raped for the greater good. Like, she has agreed that she
Yeah.
has to do this, not of her free will, but she agreed to do it to save other people.
Well, she was gonna, yeah, and she was, before Richard,
yes.
the plan was always to lay with a man she didn't love.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
No, she would have done that probably at a time of her choosing, as opposed to now.
Yes.
But
But inherently, the person she does end up having sex with cannot give consent. So it's rape, but the shoe's on the other foot.
and you would think it should be hard for Drefan to be
Yes.
doing this as well at this
Oh,
point.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Again,
It's social pressure.
he
Well,
might be more excited, but
but
it's definitely not
it
a
seems
full
like it's not
consent thing.
It is
Yeah.
pretty hard
Yeah.
for him
Yeah.
right now.
That's a tough
though.
one.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't say hard one, Jade. I didn't say
I
it was
did.
a hard one.
I did.
Oh, I know.
Drefan reaches over a couple times, first putting his hand on her belly, and then after she pulls away, tries to hold her hand and give it a couple reassuring squeezes. But she's not having it. She's like, nah, I'm going to do what I have to do to get Richard into the temple, but that's all I'm going to do. We don't have to cuddle. We don't have to be friends.
Yeah.
You don't have to touch me.
Yeah.
I will let you put your penis inside of me because I have to.
Yeah. PP, go into JJ, and that's it.
Yeah.
We have made it known.
That made it seem infantile. That was kind of weird, but it's fine.
That was one of those. Wasn't sure how it was going to sound out loud. Wasn't sure.
It didn't sound great.
But I got 50-50 results here because
no, I don't know.
Nate's damn near got tears in his eyes.
I don't know if that's a good thing, Aaron. I think he's laughing because it's uncomfortable that you said it
It
that
was a
way.
little. Guess what? Laugh's a laugh.
Oh.
But yes, it's something that happens when you forget what you were about to say.
Oh, okay. That's what's happening right now?
Yeah. What?
Oh.
What? What were we? We were talking about penis and
PP
vagina.
going into JJ, I believe.
Yeah, but what specific part?
Where's
I
the
apologize.
rolling?
I had a point that I was gonna make.
Just that she's only gonna do the thing that she has to do, which is just the
Correct. She didn't sign up for the fanfare. They have made it known, Kahlan and Richard, from the very beginning. We're not doing the fanfare part.
right.
We're going to consummate. We're going to do the absolute bare minimum that consummating requires, and we're out.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
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 We're gonna see how that goes.
Yeah. So don't hold my fucking hand, bro. Okay?
Kahlan remembers the spirit of Channelin's grandfather warning her that she must do exactly as the spirits say She remembers the scenes of mass death that will happen if she fails. She decides that she has to let Drefan do this. I mean, I think we already decided that, but she's deciding again in this moment, which is fine.
It is necessary, as bad as it is.
Yeah.
She still does kind of have to go through with it.
Yes. She reaches over, she takes his hand, puts it on her belly again. It stays there. She wants to scream at him to just get it the fuck over with, but she's silent. In the silence, she realizes she's listening for Richard and Nadine in the other outhouse building, and that's when Drefan's hand moves up to her boob, her breast.
Yeah.
And it's uncomfy.
She's laying there in the dark with her hands at her hips, like at her sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Laying totally still.
As you do.
Yeah. What was that on 2.5 Men? Where Charlie is chasing after that one woman, and then he finally gets her in bed, and she's like, all right, and lays down, stiff as a board, and it's just like, do your worst. And then, like, grimaces. This is consensual. It was just like, what?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Yeah, it was
That's
weird.
what this is, though. Yeah.
Not exciting. Not
No,
fun
I mean, and you
for
can't
her.
blame her for it.
Yeah, no. He's being gentle. He is trying to make it a not horrible experience, but it still feels like a violation to Kahlan. She feels like she is being a bit childish about it because she is the mother confessor and she's dealt with way worse than this, but she's not the mother confessor anymore. That's been taken from her. And when Drefan's hand leaves her breast and moves between her legs, she remembers how he did that to Kara and she hates him.
Yeah.
She's married to a man she hates.
Instantly, she hates him. She was just like, oh yeah, all the kind of, look, it's not the worst case scenario. Maybe he is a decent looking dude. It sucks. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
He's a healer.
Yeah.
He's a doctor.
Yeah, he does good things.
Yeah.
But none of that really matters to Kahlan. But it's like, okay, this could be worst case scenario.
Yeah.
He could be like a killer or something.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wouldn't that be terrible?
What if he killed women?
Gosh, what if? What?
I don't know if he could,
If.
because I do believe that all women are powerful, but
But she's
could be
coming around to this idea.
Oh, Nate,
but
not yet.
you know what? I digress this time, Aaron. Jade, you go right ahead.
No, she is coming around to the idea of doing it, but then she realizes who it is. And, she does say that Kara wasn't this childish, but I seem to remember that Kara didn't have a goddamn choice because she was like paralyzed.
She was
or some
unconscious.
shit.
Yeah.
So
conscious but unable to do any. She was. She knew when they were talking to
Something
her.
about unbearable pain, I believe.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like it's not really quantifiable. Like same. This isn't the same thing, Kahlan. You can't be
it's
like,
not the same.
Kara was a strong bitch, and I'm being so weak and crying in this moment because it's not the same.
Yeah, but also Kahlan doesn't have to be okay with it because it's not the same thing. Even if she did agree to it, she's got to let it happen. She doesn't have to be thrilled about it.
Well, you could try to not be like, you're forcing me because you did agree to it on that hand.
Yeah, also, I can see that.
It's kind of understandable that she's reaching for straws and this is the one she found.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she overinflated Kara's strength in her mind, in her memory, but it's like, if it helped you get through this, that's fine.
Whatever.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Use what you got.
So Drefan suddenly gets up and he uses his knees to gently open her legs, lowers himself down, props himself up on his elbows. He's not crushing her, even though she grimaces.
Still being gentle.
Yeah. She's not ready, but it's...
But also, similar to Nathan and Clarissa, what if Kahlan likes it, like, being crushed? You're taking that away from her. Making a lot of assumptions here. But also, not really his fault, because it's not like they can really communicate that.
No,
they're not allowed to talk right now.
They can't talk.
Yeah.
And also, she's not giving off the vibes that she's enjoying what's happening in any way.
Yeah, I can see that, where one might think that.
But it's too late to not be ready. Drefan was there. Okay.
Yeah.
Knocking on the door.
Yeah. She bites her lower lip, winces, She feels helpless being with Drefan and not Richard. She squeezes her eyes shut and weeps while he moves inside her.
Because it's not rape exactly.
Not really.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to be doing it.
Yeah.
You know, it's she doesn't want to be doing it, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's why it is rape. She's convincing herself it's not, but that's essentially what it is. She doesn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
She doesn't really want to be fucking this person.
Yeah.
She would be literally anywhere else other than where she is right now. So that is rape, my friend.
Yeah.
You get to have sex or you get to die. Your choice. Free will, baby. Pick whichever one you want.
Right, exactly.
It's like, well,
hey,
not
it's
really.
just the fate of the world if you don't want to go through with it. No big deal.
Yeah.
Why are you such a baby? It's just a little sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just feels not great. Her nose gets stuffed up because she's crying. So she has to open her mouth. She wants to scream, but she has to remind herself to even breathe because it's rough. It doesn't take as long as she worried that it might take, but it takes longer than she wants.
Well, yeah. You're hoping
Richard never runs out of energy, so we're assuming Drefan is the same kind of.
Yeah, we were hoping for lower limit.
Yeah.
We know it's most likely going to be average, but we're hoping for lower limit.
2 pump chump would be great in this situation.
Yeah, right
you know?
now that would be wonderful. Just get it
in and
done.
get out. Get in and get out.
He rolls over, lowers himself down, and goes, "Oh shit! Oh, well,
that was great.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. No, really, it's okay.
It's fine." Dref rolls off her deed done, but he doesn't seem happy about it. He didn't really have a great time doing it.
What do you think caused him to feel that way?
I mean, I would probably assume the maybe rape part of it.
Was it the constant rejection?
Yeah. Look, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Crying during?
We never get told. No, she cried after, I think.
She cried during.
Was it during?
Yeah, it was during.
That's why she couldn't breathe because her nose got stuffed.
Thought those were happy tears.
Because it's not allergies. It's because
you don't know that for sure.
That's what it is. I mean, she's
allergic to rape,
and it's.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
I don't know what to do with that comment you just made.
That's
right
not
there.
funny. That's not funny. That's not funny. I digress.
That's not a good reason. Anyways, okay.
I don't know. That's how digress works, Aaron.
It is.
I reject your comment that you just made.
It is right.
No, I think everybody is allergic.
Yeah,
to rape.
exactly.
All right. Well, that's a worse joke. So
I don't think
I'm
so.
now in the
What?
clear.
I don't think that's worse.
Yeah, because you made another joke. We could have not joked about it again.
No,
made it
I think you need
better.
to do it.
You doubled down.
I think his does make it better.
The people will decide.
I think you're implying only
People-
one person is.
the people
Anyways,
will decide.
Okay, yeah. Aaron. Anyways. She told herself it hadn't been that bad. But it was. She felt defiled.
Yeah.
Dref tried to touch her sympathetically, and she's like, motherfucker, and shoves him away. She doesn't agree. She never agreed to him touching her.
Right. No
She
fanfare.
She didn't sign up for that.
Yeah.
She's here to do this literal one thing.
Bare
and
minimum.
Just be married to him.
P
that's
and V.
it.
That's all we needed to
P and
do.
V.
P and V. One time, babe. And then she remembered being with Richard and remembered how different that was. That was passionate. That was loving. That was great. And this was not. And it was all passion with Richard. She didn't love Drefan.
It's all love.
Yeah. She's starting to realize that she actually loathes this person. And there's something about him, something devious that she can't really name. Some type of guile in his eyes that makes her feel icky.
Well, he's been a creep since day one. That's been the
Yeah,
vibe
that's
since
true.
day one. It's not like this is new info.
I'm just saying, I know people that they may not be killers. Okay? They may not be murderers.
Probably a good idea to not accuse people on the broadcast.
But
Mm.
I get vibes when I talk to them. And they just give me an ick vibe. And I'm like, you know what? We're not friends. I will be civil. But in my heart, I'm like, I'm watching you. Because you give me a vibe. I don't know what it is. I can't describe it. If a police officer was like, hey, why did you suspect this person 6 months ago? I'd be like, I don't know. They just gave me a vibe.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I can't tell you you're wrong.
I'm just saying.
Just make sure it's just a vibe and not a public accusation. That's all. And don't drop names.
I don't think I alluded to any in particular person.
You pointed at me a lot.
No.
Well, now I'm convinced.
I'm not talking about you.
Okay.
I'm not talking about you.
Okay.
There are multiple other people, but not you.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Nate knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah, Nate, name the names.
I don't know.
Okay, look.
What's being talked about?
I think what needs to happen right now is I think you need to get this out of your system, Jade. And so I think what we're going to do, we're going to throw it once again to the Donut and Beer Festival. This is week 4 that you're going to hear?
I
or not
believe
week,
so, yeah.
Not week 4. This is break 4.
Yeah, like
you're gonna
minute 90, give or take.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've been there for 4 weeks.
I believe possibly like right now.
Yeah.
I don't think we were sober.
Nope, definitely not.
So
I don't really think we are now either.
I am.
That's what I said.
So
I said
I
much
am.
like now.
might be no difference.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're going to throw it to that. And then we're going to have a discussion and we'll be back right after that.
And we are back from the 2023 Beer and Donut Festival. All right, so this round I have Blue Raspberry, the world's tastiest party punch from Beatbox Brewing. This is at 11.1% alcohol. So although I can not taste very much alcohol in this drink, it is very, very booze forward, and it will make you sit down after a couple of them. The donut that I had just picked was a chocolate donut with, like, I think there was Reese's in it, but I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to give the name because it was very, very dry, and it just wasn't not my favorite donut here today. So, a bit of a mismatch, but however, this Blue Raspberry is very, very good. Highly recommend.
I had a mango flavor from the same company, and it was also 11.1%, and it was delicious. And then I also had a Neapolitan donut from Groovy Donuts and Coffee.
So good.
That donut was tops. Very, 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 very good, and I'm happy with my choices.
All right. I was holding the phone that showed what those two drank, so I got a vamp. All right. So I had it was just like a mix, like a mocktail, but it was from a company called Taste of Finland. And this was a bit more smooth. It was 5.5%, but it's a cranberry soda with liquor in it. And by God, I mean, so I went to a different, I guess distillery would be the more accurate term here instead of brewery. But all three of us, these are fantastic summer beers. Which is helping because it has started raining at the 2023 Beer and Donut Festival.
Which is good, because if we need water, it's free. You just hold our
That's
cup.
true. We can stay well hydrated. But you know what I think about this rain? Don't fucking care. This is so good. I'm gonna rate mine 9 donuts out of 9 donuts. Oh, I had a blueberry lavender donut, by the way, too, which, again, 9 out of 10. You know what? Fuck it. 10 out of 10.
I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to rate mine, I'm going to give it another 7. Because it's very, very good, but technically it's not beer. So I don't know if I can give it a real beer scale rating.
Let me give mine 8 mangoes out of 10 mangoes. It was very, very good. It's not beer, but I'll drink it all night.
Hell yes. All right, well, that wraps it up for now. We're going to get out of this rain before we're too wet, and we will be back right after this.
And we're back. So, Kahlan recognized that Drefan had just been super fucking gentle with her, but... And he didn't need to be at this point, right? She doesn't have power. There's not really any real point to holding a mask back at this point. He could just be a dick if he wanted to be a dick, but he chose to be kind.
He could have exerted his will over her.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was weird that her mind is immediately thinking of him as a devious, weird motherfucker, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And it was wildly different from her time with Richard, and she longed for that, that moment that she had with him
That
again.
type of love.
That passion.
Yeah.
That
That
moment.
lust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The temple didn't come. Matt. The two of them lay
And
there.
you would have known when
Yeah.
the temple comes.
The two of them lay there in silence. Kahlan and Richard wondered if Richard had done his part. If, since it's not here, maybe he didn't do what he needed to. Maybe he had a
Did
hard
I do
time.
it wrong?
Maybe he had a hard time getting aroused.
Or maybe he didn't.
Just thinking about Kahlan and Dref being together, though,
Yeah.
maybe would have made it hard to get it up. Hard to get
Difficult.
hard. He did look really scary, jealous before, so maybe he is just so in his head that he can't get the
Psychological,
job done.
yeah.
Could be.
But no, Nadine would make sure that probably wasn't the issue. She would probably be up to that task. He knows he has to do this for the good of the people, so that would probably help negate some of that, I don't know, psychological warfare in his head. Be like, oh, well, the people need it, so I gotta do it.
Yeah.
She's hot. She's more than ready. And maybe also it's a little bit of a revenge fuck situation at Michael. Like, now I'm fucking Nadine when you fucked her and I get...
This, if that is what the thought process is, he is getting over on Michael twice. Or getting back at Michael twice. Because one, he killed him.
Yeah.
But then
Solid
two...
one.
But then two, he fucked the girl. He was the last one to fuck the girl.
I mean...
So...
Last fuck wins.
Yeah. He was...
Sloppy seconds.
Richard
Okay.
had the last laugh in both scenarios.
I can do whatever I want with her now.
That's a little...
I don't know. I just don't know. I don't understand what that would yeah, he already did it though, so why would he care?
Yeah.
And he's dead, so why would he care? But
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, it's not a great reasoning.
No matter what, it's Nadine's dream
Yeah.
and Kahlan's nightmare.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is the truth.
She can hear Nadine laughing, and for a minute, when she hears it the first time, she's like, that motherfucker. He does not need to be making her have a fun little time.
Don't make her giggle.
No,
What are you making
no.
her giggle for?
Seriously?
Knock it off!
Yeah. Why? Why? Just like, she's like, I'm not even letting this motherfucker touch me, other than to put the P in the V, and
Yeah.
you're over there making her giggle?
We ain't even holding hands.
You can't even talk. How are you making her giggle?
That's what she yells. She's like, they said no talking. Knock it off.
Laugh is ha ha.
Come on, guys.
Laugh
Yeah.
is ha H-A. That's a word.
And then she reminds herself that Nadine isn't laughing for Richard.
Oh.
She can hear the laughter because
Oh,
Nadine is
yeah.
laughing for Kahlan.
It's much more devious.
Even if
You can
Richard
hear her
is
laughing
yeah.
because she wants you to hear her
Yeah.
laughing.
It's much more malevolentlishness.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Whoever is in
Second
there,
try. I'm proud of you.
she may just
First
be
try.
she might just be touching herself over there and just be like,
Whoa.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. I can't put that past Nadine.
No, you can't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She's trying to make Nadine or Kahlan feel sad, and it's working at first. Anyways, Dref makes no attempt to touch her anymore.
Yeah.
He's just laying there waiting with her. Hours pass. Kahlan goes to sleep. She's only woken up again by more of Nadine's annoying fucking laughter. Kahlan wishes that Richard would just get this the fuck over with. He could have fucked her many times by now, and maybe he did. He could have tried multiple times when the temple didn't come itself. You know?
Yeah.
And that just pisses her off more.
You know what Kahlan's starting to think? Everybody's got to come.
Well, you were getting there.
Everybody's got to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
Including the temple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the song "Everybody Hurts," but it's "Everybody Comes."
Well,
Sing it. Do it.
looks.
Everybody comes. Sometime.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
was that good for you?
Oh, Kahlan right now is thinking they're gonna come. Okay, everybody comes eventually. Okay,
No,
they're
sometimes.
they're gonna come.
They come sometimes.
Eventually it'll show up.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Eventually, sometimes.
All the time, everywhere.
Then she wonders. She's like, everybody did what he had to do, but then she starts thinking, did we? Because Kara had said, "You must do your part," which meant, and she literally said, "Indulge."
Yeah.
Indulge. in
Absolutely.
this. Be indulgent. Everybody else had. Nadine is obviously indulging.
She's
Richard
having a good old time over there.
is. Dref got his rocks off. He came. And Kahlan did not.
Mm-hmm.
She dismisses this idea, thinking that this torture, though, sitting here listening to the two of them fuck is right along with what the temple is trying to do. It's right in their repertoire to just make Kahlan hurt for no fucking reason.
I mean, that's all they've been doing.
Yeah, exactly. But as the night wears on, she keeps thinking about Kara's words and her time with Richard and how it was so different and how she had definitely come when she was with Richard.
She was definitely thinking about coming.
Yeah, this is something that me and Nate talked about. Had she not come with Richard, right?
Oh.
Had that never even happened, she wouldn't know that coming is even a thing.
That she was
So-
missing out on something now.
So
Right.
if Richard had not been a generous lover,
Right.
and if he had been a selfish
Shellfish lover.
Shellfish lover.
If he had been a shellfish lover. Hey, hold on. Where's the lie? If he had been a shellfish lover, Kahlan would not have come. 'Cause he'd be over with a fish.
What? What?
Shellfish.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, so if Richard had been I don't know, if Richard had not, if Richard had not been such a generous lover, we might have been okay right now.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause-
Interesting,
Well, or maybe not. She would never have known that she had to come
right?
because she wouldn't know coming was a thing. But now she knows something's missing. She didn't get what she needed. She didn't get what she got the last time.
Yeah.
And so
Well, she got what she needed. She didn't get what she wanted.
no, she didn't get what she needed.
She wanted
she got
the passion
cum in her vagina. That's
she
all
wanted
she
the
got.
passion. She thought that's what she needed. Consummate the marriage. But it turns out she has the want. She needs the passion. She got to get what she wanted.
Yeah.
She wanted passion.
She had been so pent up lately. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What? Waiting to get a chance to fuck her man, being so close, and then getting blue balled. Now she is free of her power, free to fuck for pleasure and not just for duty. Horny for Richard and laying next to a not hot dude that sort of looks like Richard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Literally make the argument. The next best thing. If you can't have Richard, you might as well have the dude that looks pretty much like him.
Yeah.
And is a doctor.
And you're married. You're
Yeah.
pledged to be loyal. You can't cheat on him.
Yeah.
Does she really have to live the rest of her life without that small, tiny bit of joy
Mm-hmm.
that she can finally experience? Well, the only tiny bit of joy, because everything else has been stripped from this woman at this point.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I mean, when you think about it in a certain way, because her power has been bound, she kind of gets to have now what she's always wanted. It's not with the person she wants.
No.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she can just love like anybody else now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has freedom.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, her and Richard could have been doing it for the last 6 months, and it wouldn't have been any different. It wouldn't have made any fucking difference to anybody because they are totally two adult people, and her power wouldn't have made any difference. But whatever, that's digressing from the point that we're talking about right now. The passion might be empty with Dref, but it's still passion. The spirits took everything else. She's not going to let them take pleasure from her too
Yeah.
when she has a chance to have it.
Well, it's not a bad idea to not look for a silver lining.
Right.
Like, look, you did agree, arguably free will or not, that this is the condition. You knew this was going to happen.
Guys,
You
listen.
might as well try to find the silver lining.
she did talk about killing herself before she
Yeah,
even got to
it's-
this point.
Like I said, not
That's
great.
true.
She does not have. She doesn't have. But She doesn't have a history of mental illness, but this woman has nothing
Right.
left.
Yeah.
Like power, job, husband, boyfriend. The
Love.
only thing
Her love. Yeah.
only thing she has left is fucking, and maybe her friends, but her friends are gonna be all weird after this. 100%. Things aren't gonna be normal after this.
Well, yeah,
So-
you gotta figure Richard's gonna get the Mort Sith.
Yeah,
They gotta protect Lord Rawl.
yeah.
So she's gonna lose them in the
And
breakup.
she can't keep the Confessor's Palace. She's not even a Confessor
No.
anymore.
Yeah. Oh god, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of newly vacant houses in the city.
Yeah. She can just go move somewhere.
Whew.
Anyways.
going real cheap, I assume.
Yeah. Being condemned to be this man's wife, stripped of all that made her her. Isn't she at least entitled to this small little fucking release? And what if that's why the winds didn't come? She hadn't indulged. She didn't come.
She
Yeah.
didn't finish, yeah.
So
You gotta come to come.
Dref at this point has rolled onto his stomach, and as he does this, she thinks about his tight trousers, and she starts letting her brain wander in the direction she never had, and her anger at the spirits at this point makes her fucking snap. She's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. I have lost everything. I am going to come better than I've ever come, and it's gonna be amazing, even if it's the only time I ever come. I'm going to
Jade,
do it right now.
Good for you.
This ties in to what some people learned last week. I don't think they mentioned her having a veil. I don't think there was any church bells. I don't remember them talking about garlic. They got all the evil spirits right now.
Yeah.
She didn't do any of the things to ward them away.
Nope, she didn't.
It was doomed from the start.
Yeah.
She's got no chance now.
Yeah. Not even
Well.
a single clove of garlic.
She might as well fuck the bad spirits away. So you know what? Good for her.
She could do the tin can thing. Just fuck really, really loud.
Oh, I think she gets
And
loud.
then just be like, la, 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 la,
We're
while
gonna
you
get
do
there.
it. Yeah.
I
We're
think
gonna get there.
Spook them away.
I think Kahlan makes that
That noise is very close.
in
Yeah,
a slightly
probably.
different situation.
If this is all she has every goddamn right to take it. So she touches Dref's back and then his booty, and he is a fine ass man. She has to admit that the spirits could have done worse. And Kahlan grabs his waist, rolls him over. Her hands exploring his chest, grabbing his little nipples. It's like, ooh, little tweak here.
Little tweak there.
Yeah, let him know.
Little tweak here, little tweak
yeah,
there.
exactly. Let him
Here
know
a
what's
tweak,
going on.
there a
Hey,
tweak, everywhere a tweak.
hey, I'm not just giving you a massage. I want to fuck you. That's what the nipple tweak means, in case you didn't know.
How does this feel on your back? That's for you.
It's
then
not
he grabs
like a-
her butt and goes,
Yeah.
this is for me. Just so everybody's clear as to what's happening here. This is not part of the regular massage.
He stays still. And she thinks maybe he's confused. Like, she's just totally changed her game up. She's been sitting there weird and quiet this whole time, and all of a sudden she's like, let's fuck. But she's gonna unconfuse him. So she moves her hand down, and she finds a soft little noodle down there. She kisses his chest, gets frustrated because he doesn't seem to be taking the hint.
We're just moving past soft noodle? We're just gonna move right past that?
I guess.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
do you have notes?
Nope. Just kind of felt like maybe someone
This
needs to
is-
say something.
I mean, this is pre-fuck yet, though, right?
well, this is post-fuck for one of them.
Well,
Well, it's post-fuck
Yeah.
for both of them.
yeah. And he finished.
Yeah.
So then you've got your
He's in
refractory period. I believe
refractory
it's called.
recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of those.
Yeah.
But this has been hours later, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, he's not in that.
Okay, no. That's past now. So
Yeah.
now,
I love the confidence, but no,
well, we're
he's
just
good.
trying to- if this was like 30 seconds
Yeah,
later,
yeah.
then yeah, it might be a little difficult to
No,
do.
yeah. It's
But
just
if
like,
this has
Maybe
been
that
hours,
quickly you can catch a little bit on the way down, but like you don't have long.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
but this is soft noodle. It's soft noodle after a couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay.
And I thought noodle was appropriate because you put them in your mouth.
Oh my god.
You can.
It's kind of opposite. It's the opposite of noodles though, because it gets hard after. Anyways, okay. she gets frustrated because she's frustrated because he's not taking the hint, and everybody else she's frustrated all the time, sexually frustrated. Everybody else gets to get their rocks off, and she doesn't. Richard got to fuck he's done a lot at this point, and she's just been like, okay, when can we? And then this is what she gets.
Some of it was against his will.
Yeah.
But he has done it.
Yes.
He's gotten his rocks off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocks gone.
Yeah. Gone. Anyways, you don't need. You threw me off by bringing that part up because I forgot about it being like that, and I'm concentrating on Kahlan right now. God damn it. Okay. Anyways.
Well, finally someone is.
If she wants her pleasure, she's gonna have to make it happen herself. Because nobody else is gonna do it for her.
She's a strong, independent woman who don't need no man until she does need a man.
Yeah, at least one part of him for a second.
When you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself.
The noodle part.
Yeah. So she puts her mouth on the noodle.
Gotta cook the noodle.
She tastes her blood on him.
The sauce.
Holy fuck.
It's a bloody blow.
The tomato sauce.
This is the bloody blowy.
I mean, this is the bloody blowy. This is,
Cheers.
I think we talked about, hey.
To bloody blowies?
To committing to a fucking goal. I mean, holy shit.
She's getting what she wants here.
I suppose so. I just, we talked about this earlier. This is more than required.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
It is. This is, I think this is where me and Nate had a discussion because he wasn't sure. He has maybe a different opinion on what the prophecy necessarily means. I fully believe this particular act that is happening right here.
She went above and beyond.
This is the betrayal in her blood.
Yep.
The blood in her mouth.
We're not just doing the P and the V.
Richard seeing her do this is the betrayal. He's upset with her.
If he were to see her do this.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Because she's with Dref.
Right.
I think that it means that while she is in her blood, while she is having her period, she is going to betray.
Oh, you just think it's more general.
It's a window of time.
It's not this
It's going to happen within that time, though.
It's not this specific act.
Yes.
It might
Blowie.
It might be this act.
Yeah.
But I don't think the prophecy was referring to this act specifically.
Yeah,
I think it was just during the time that she was on her period that it was going to happen.
But it's also interesting because I think that it's not disgusting to necessarily fuck her on her period, but it's disgusting that she's doing it.
I don't.
Correct.
Well, I don't think it's this specific act of the blowy. I think it's the act of passion. No matter what the style was going to be, as long as Kahlan went into it passionately, that was the betrayal.
I get so interesting though. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, because at this point, she is saying, I don't need Richard, sort of. And she's going into that willingly. She is not being forced to think this now. She is thinking it herself. She wants this, and this is going to happen, and no one is going to keep me from it, and no one's telling me to do this part. I'm going to get pleasure. Yes. I'm going to get mine, and I want mine.
This is her finally being selfish. She couldn't do it with Richard. She couldn't be selfish with Richard, but she can do it now. And so she might as well, since her fucking life is over.
So instead of remaining true to Richard, she said, fine, I'm moving on just for this one time.
But also, I think it's interesting because it might have been a requirement of the winds.
It could be.
And the person, Drefan, next to her, was not making any move to try and make this happen.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's completely on Kahlan.
It had to happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So, okay. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. We can talk about this longer, but we have an after show for that at the Patreon.
Hey, listeners, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Describe how you interpret the bloody blowy. In detail.
So that's the name of the title of the episode, right?
Oh,
for sure now?
This is bloody blowy.
That's kind of what I thought.
She urges him to react, and just when she thinks that's not going to happen, little Dref stands up, strong as ever. And at this point, Kahlan is more than ready to go, and so she climbs atop him.
Little Dref?
Yeah, little Dref.
Yeah.
Thought you were going to sneak that one past
Hey,
Yeah.
Little Dref.
this, because she's in charge.
Yeah. I
She's
could have
in
said
charge.
his member, but I chose to say little Dref instead.
Little Dref.
Dref Jr. would have also worked.
Standing up. Nice and tall, ready to serve.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Ready to go to work.
It's Horny Terry.
Horny Terry!
Oh, I'm so happy that you mentioned him because I can't believe we
Yeah.
almost made it through this.
That's
no.
true.
Oh my
true.
goodness.
Look, all of this, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All of this is Horny
100%.
Terry.
We at Horny Terry. Woo.
He's just in the corner of the room like...
I don't
Rubbing
think
his fingers
is,
together.
Is
and
that
looking at
how
his
Horny
eyebrows.
Terry laughs?
No, I'm not really sure. I did the high voice before, but
Now-
I'm not really sure.
Try to laugh in the high voice.
No.
I believe in you. Do it for the listeners. That's everything I wanted it to be. Nate, if you were to ask me, was it good for you? It was. It was great for me.
Just being a team player, doing
Yeah.
my part, getting it done.
Thank you. Turns out there is a Horny Terry in the team.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So Kahlan at this point, she's
I need a
imagining that Dref is Richard. She did what she had done with Richard. Dref is starting to pant with her at this point. All up until this, he's been like stone dude. Just laying there.
He been starfishing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's been like
Starfishing it.
Exactly.
Just
Just laying there like a weirdo. But now
Ooh.
he's panting. He's
Ooh.
still not touching her.
Do that again.
Those are words. Nope, no talking.
Mm.
Hope is a word too.
Mm.
He's still not touching her though. He's panting a bit, but that's just. I mean, you have to. when
It's
someone's
kind of going
fucking
to
you.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Uh,
not like he doesn't have good reason to be a little cautious.
Yeah.
This is a quick 180 on Kahlan's part. Well, not really a quick 180, but it's a big 180.
It's been a while. Yeah. Kahlan tries to kiss him, and he turns away, which leads to my. I think it leads to my earlier that he's upset already. Like,
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
She held his head to her chest, and she's like, "Ooh, beard on her tits."
Uh-huh.
I mean, I can see that.
Yeah, I get too. She's getting all hot and heavy by it. It's great. That's why I put it in there.
I'm not
You can
allowed
go
to
ahead,
shave
Jack.
my face entirely, just so.
I mean, you can if you want to. I'm not.
I mean,
gonna
okay,
not
I'm
let
allowed,
you.
but
But I
No,
would.
hey.
I don't prefer it.
Guys, no one asked.
I told.
Anyways, she wanted to scream at him to put his hands on her, but couldn't. Obviously,
Again,
'cause
no
he can't
words.
talk.
Right.
So she puts them where she wants them, and for the first time since she had been with Richard, she feels that wild need, and it doesn't matter that it's Dref. She just wants to get to that fucking finish line. She's like, I just gotta get there,
She wants to come to the finish.
Yes.
And usually right before I finish, sometimes I got to take just a quick little break.
Nobody asked for that either.
He told.
Okay. We'll be
Shit.
back right after this. And we're back. And Kahlan has also come back again.
She got cum on her back?
She might have. It's pretty rough here. So it felt fucking amazing. That's all that matters, is that it felt the best that it ever has.
Yeah.
And she gave right into it. For one moment, she was free.
Mm-hmm.
No plague, no Nadine, no duty, just gratification,
Just getting hers.
which she deserves.
And guess what? I can't say she's wrong.
No, we've all talked about this for years at this point. She has needed this.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
why can't
preferably with Richard, right?
she? Right.
But she has needed this either way.
Everybody
But
else came, for
You know,
sure.
you know who she didn't, or you know who she did do it with, though? Her husband.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't she be able
That's
to
true.
enjoy sexual relations with her husband?
Everybody else is bugging it.
on her wedding night of all nights.
Bugging it? That was not the right word.
I'm not sure what word you were going
I don't
for.
know. Scotch is
But-
great, though.
On any night you could pick, we're really
Yeah.
gonna say that she did the wrong thing on her fucking wedding night.
I mean,
No.
that's the thing. It's
Well, her
an
wedding fucking
unfortunate
night.
thing, but it's also the expected thing. It's like the requirement. That's
Yeah.
literally why they're in here right now.
Yes.
And
It
if
hasn't
it
come.
takes you coming
Yeah.
for the thing to go, then
Yeah.
you kind of have to do it.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. If you're not into it, at least as a man, if you're truly not into it, it just ain't going to go.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it went for everybody else.
You
Yeah.
kind of got to be into it, at least a little bit, for it to go.
Well,
So
and-
why is it okay for everybody else to have been into it, but not Kahlan?
Yeah. And guess what? The temple wasn't there. So clearly someone somewhere has to try something
Yeah.
new.
Something's not done yet.
And if you just sit there the whole time waiting for someone else to do it, you're probably not going to get where you need to go.
And she also, like, she feels for one moment like her heart, Richard, and her lust, everything was together for a moment, even though it was with Dref.
Yeah,
right?
she's, role play.
But she collapses to the side afterwards. She's
she went
panting.
to her happy place.
She's crying
Right.
in pleasure, but she realizes that he didn't come the second time.
Yeah.
But she doesn't give a fuck. But that should say something to the person that she just fucked,
Yeah.
that she doesn't care about that person. It was
Yeah.
literally just about her coming,
Yeah.
or she would have kept doing it until
Yeah.
it.
She was not a generous lover.
She's
She-
like, okay, I'm done now.
She
now
was
we're done.
Yeah.
She was the one S-word kind of lover. I can't say it.
Selfish.
That one.
Yeah, she was just getting what she had
Selfish.
to get the temple to come
Fuck you.
and herself to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
had to come. That is what we were told.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
Everybody gets
Indulge.
one.
Indulge.
Everybody has to get one.
Everybody has to get one.
Spider-Man's aggressive.
In
Then
the
he flings
post-
away.
in the post come clarity,
Yeah.
she
There it
feels dirty
Oh.
suddenly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
relatable.
Thunder, lightning
Then the
feels
guilt gets you.
Yeah. Thunder and lightning fill the sky. Nadine is screaming from the other building. It's not bothering Kahlan so much anymore because, she got hers.
She's
Just
chill
like-
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got some zen.
She's coming down from real
Cool,
high.
calm, and
okay?
collected.
But she screams 3 more. It literally says short, piercing, urgent screams right in a row.
Okay.
And Kahlan thinks she made her point, but I'm thinking those are some pretty specific.
It wouldn't have been funny, but you tried so aggressively to just
Jade,
steamroll your way
do
through
you-
the word.
Do you know what I appreciate about you, Jade? And that's that you give it 110%.
Hell yeah, you do.
You do not give up. You see adversity and you punch it in the fucking face.
Specific
There you go.
No, I think you meant Pacific.
fucking words to describe those screams, and I just it's interesting. That's all. Interesting that those are the words that are chosen.
Okay.
It is very interesting.
But the wind comes
Yeah, it did.
like an avalanche.
Everybody's coming. The temple's
yeah.
coming. The wind is coming.
I think the wind is a voyeur. It's just into watching.
It's just
Well,
hanging
it's a
out.
little late at this
blowing the
point.
door open.
No, it got its rocks off right now. That's what's going on. It just said the wind came.
Came. Okay. Like an avalanche. The wind. That's what the wind.
Like an avalanche.
it came like an avalanche. I got distracted because of
the coming?
because of the
Yeah,
cum talk.
yeah. And the mountains quaked. The temple was coming. No mistaking that. This is a very obvious orgasm of the land around us.
So is this while Kahlan is coming, or is this just after her coming?
She has come.
Post-nut clarity.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She
Okay.
has come,
Yeah.
and now the winds are coming.
So she's not there being like, oh my god, this is the biggest O ever.
Like her O
Like
set
it's
the
literally
winds.
shaking the earth
Maybe-
powerful.
Her O set the winds over. Like they
Yeah.
were edging, and
'Cause
then
they're
her O
into
came, and then they
watching.
were like, oh.
so powerful.
They can't get theirs until they see someone else get theirs.
Yeah.
I see.
Um,
Any snake clouds around we got to be aware of, or
no, not that I know of. So
get
she.
it? They're like a penis. Never mind.
I believe the term
So-
you're looking for was hooded cobra.
Okay, so Kahlan, when she thinks about the temple, she starts thinking about Richard, and it's weird because she's like, "Oh no, I feel shameful. How did I forget about Richard and fuck this other dude?" And like, you literally said that you were thinking of Richard
Yeah.
the entire
Yeah.
time, but okay.
Yeah.
Like, shame for forget. What? When did you forget? Anyways, after she had been with Richard, she felt wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
She felt great. There was no guilt. There was no bad feelings. But now
Dreams
she
came
feels-
true.
Yeah, and this
Yeah.
time she feels dirty.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No dreams.
And
no
every-
dreams came
Yeah,
that day.
and every second that passes, she feels worse and worse and worse about what she just did.
That's how you know if the post-come clarity was good or bad, because you don't feel the guilt when you're with somebody that you're supposed to be with, or I suppose by yourself. But
Or-
when you're with somebody you're not supposed to be with,
Could
or
be with
someone who's not right for
multiple
you.
partners as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
There's all sorts
Yeah,
of
there's the
ways of loving.
kind of the loneliness maybe after, and it
Yeah.
just doesn't feel, I don't know,
Well, you
as
could,
satisfying.
because you could argue that's something that should. I don't want to know because there's a certain person that doesn't need this, but you could argue that that's something you want to feel with someone,
If you're-
yeah.
I
and
feel
you
like
can be with someone, but not with someone.
I feel like
Right.
if you feel, unless it is your kink,
yeah,
okay,
Yeah,
unless
you
it
might-
is, if you feel ashamed afterwards, whether you're alone or
Mhm.
with a person,
yeah,
you probably did something you shouldn't have.
yeah. Well, yeah. Otherwise,
I guess
yeah,
so.
you wouldn't feel the
Yeah.
regret or guilt. Makes sense.
Or at least the guilty part.
Yeah.
Maybe shame. I don't know. It depends, but
It-
yeah.
it does depend on whatever you did.
I don't
but,
think it's the
mean,
shame. I felt that every time.
That could that also goes back to your childhood though, and your upbringing, and that's like that's a therapist talk. That's not for on this podcast today.
Wait, you don't always feel
That
shame?
is quite literally way above my pay grade, sir.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
well,
we can't have that conversation right now.
Guess I digress.
If Richard, Caitlin's point, the reason she feels shame is because if Richard ever knew, he wouldn't understand why she just did what she did.
And why is it you feel you need to keep the secret from your lover?
He would only know if Dref told him. Right? This
Uh-huh.
is
Yeah.
just between the two of
There's
them.
only two people in the room
Yeah.
that know
So-
this went down.
One of them ain't talking. It's gonna have to be the other one then.
But,
yeah.
right. But, and at first she's like, he wouldn't. But then she's like, I don't know. He has
but
a shifty eye.
Let's also make
Yeah.
sure, though, right?
So now that we can speak, because the temple's here, everything's great, she has to make sure that this secret doesn't leave this goddamn room.
Point of information. Anyone can speak right now, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Anyone in the room can speak right now.
Both
Yeah.
parties.
Both parties could be speaking right now.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Glad we cleared that up.
Kahlan does first, though.
Yep, but it sounds like there's some time before she talked
That's true.
where it was clear because the temple done had orgasm and came
Yep.
that people could have been talking.
Yep.
Okay. I have been satisfied.
But, she turns and grabs his arm in the dark
Yep, her husband's arm.
and asks him to promise to never tell Richard what she
Ugh.
just did.
Because she says, and I had to re-listen to this chapter twice for some reason, because I could have just rewound the first time. But she says, quote, Drefan, you cannot tell Richard what we just... She addresses the person in the room as Drefan.
Right.
Yep.
Before this point, there is no indication that who she is in the room with. She
Yep.
believes she was led to the room that her husband is in. Her husband being Drefan. And Kahlan is now confirming that it is Drefan in the room.
Yeah.
The person
her.
who, by the way,
she thinks she's in the room
she
with.
should be trying to build a trustful
Yes.
relationship with at this point.
Whose sword is in the room.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, she addresses Drefan and she says, please don't tell Richard what I did. I'll do whatever you want, but please promise not to tell him. Because she is obviously in the wrong here. This is all... Even she is presenting it at this point. Like, she has made a grave mistake that Richard can never find out about. Which I think is also a mistake because, own that shit, bitch.
Because, like...
No.
I feel like you're in here to do something you're required to do.
Yeah.
And everybody was in agreement and knowing fully well that that's what was going to happen inside this room.
I did what I had to do.
That everyone was going to.
What you had to do.
I did what I had to do.
That,
I mean...
And you know who else did what they had to do? Richard.
Exactly.
Right.
So don't give me this... I think this is where you're going.
Yeah.
Double standard bullshit can't be there.
Exactly.
And if it really bothered you that much, your dick wouldn't have gotten that hard, bitch. Okay? Anyways...
That's the Scotch.
Little Richie got hard.
Yeah.
And little Richie went places he didn't have to go,
That's true.
but he went there.
Yeah. And you
Little
didn't
Richie.
front. You.
That's kind of true
Okay,
if you know
listen,
some things
listen.
about his backstory.
We can't speak.
I'll tell
I
you
know
later.
that I rebuffed your advances, but if you knew who
Not
I
the
was
fictions.
Yeah.
and I didn't know who you were, I feel like you could have tried a little bit harder. You could have done a couple other things, sir.
Yeah.
Anyways, Lightning lights the room. In the flash, she sees his gray eyes on her, and he tells her Richard already knows. And then Kahlan screams.
So, Nate,
yes.
I had texted you earlier today
Yeah.
and said I was very confused. And I will admit that part of that is because I didn't remember that Richard has gray eyes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So I'm like,
yeah, Aaron.
what?
Aaron was
What the
under
fuck
the
is going
impression
on?
that Kahlan and Drefan had just gotten done fucking for the
Yes.
second time, and
Yes.
then Richard was outside the room looking through the window.
'cause
like
it says
he
she's-
already knows.
It says she's looking through the window, and then Drefan, who I
Hey.
believe is underneath Kahlan,
What are you guys doing?
yeah, goes, I think he already knows. Because
'Cause
he
he's
looked
standing
at
right
them
there.
through the window.
He's
I
right
was-
behind me, isn't he?
See,
so
and
confused.
because you were listening on Audible. See, in the
Yeah.
text,
Yeah.
there is quotes around
Oh.
the word Richard.
Yeah.
So it is
yeah.
very distinctive that it is not Richard who is
That
saying
she's
it.
Right.
speaking to.
Right. Yeah. So when the audiobook says you can't tell Richard, it goes from whatever to quotes.
Yeah.
Or what? Yeah. So
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense too. Yeah. I was super fucking confused.
absolutely fucking insane chapter.
Yeah. No, I still hate it.
So we know now that they have potentially been put into the room with the opposite person.
Yes.
Kahlan was put in there with Richard.
Yes.
Which means Drefan
Was put in
was
with Nadine.
in the other room with Nadine the whole time.
where the laughing and the screaming was coming from.
Yes.
Mhm.
The 3 short bursts of screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the laughing. There was a lot of laughing.
There was some laughing.
Yeah. Giggling.
I just wish we got a view from other people's perspective in this chapter.
Yes.
Richard's or any of the other people's, just for a glimpse.
Yeah. Because for me, kind of what we established, it was very confusing. It was hard to tell what was true.
Also, again, now that we have the big reveal at the end that Richard was the one laying next to her for hours
Yeah.
when the temple wasn't coming. Right?
Yeah.
What is he thinking during that time? The seeker of goddamn truth, right? Who's supposed to be finding all these answers and figuring out solutions
Well,
is
I know,
laying there
I
doing
know what
dick all.
I know what he should be thinking.
He didn't make her come?
That none of
'Cause he
this
didn't.
is her fault.
That's true. Also,
That's what he should be thinking
That's true
because
also.
that's the truth.
but he didn't even come to the conclusion
yeah.
that she never came. She didn't indulge. This was almost rape what I did to her earlier, even though I didn't know who she but he didn't even come up with any type of solution to try and get the winds to come after that. He just laid.
I have one.
And they got mad.
You
I figured out how he could have
what?
told her what was necessary to tell her
Oh.
and make this whole situation better. You can't talk? Fine. She has allowed you to touch her now.
Yeah.
Trace, I'm Richard on her fucking stomach. Seriously.
Right?
Be like, hey, pay attention. Grab her arm. Be like, look at what I'm doing. Pay attention. Let's fucking, I can't speak
No,
to you.
I'm not
No,
being
right here,
kind.
right
I'm not
here.
being, I'm
This
being
is
weird
it.
now, okay? I am being weird.
Yeah.
Pay attention to
Yes.
my weirdness.
No, this is it. He should grab her hand, point to his eye for I, and then like his chest for like am, and then his dick, because dick is short for Richard.
Yeah.
I am Richard.
You found a way to bring it all the way back around again,
Like,
Aaron.
yeah, like
Yeah.
dictator.
Yeah.
And that's, hey, where's the lie? It's true.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Well, Seeker, you have heard our truth, but now we want to hear yours. If you wanted to let us know what you thought about this chapter or this episode, you can write in your journey books to podcastatt@gmail.com, or you can check us out on any of our social medias. If you really enjoyed this episode, wow. I shouldn't even be shocked anymore at this point.
Nailed it. First try.
I feel like in 3 months, we're going to look back at the stats on these and be like, why in the last 30 episodes was it just like play, rewind? What happened there? And then we'll know.
That's
feel
when
like-
you got your soundboard.
That's right.
You're
Oh,
just
yeah.
pressing buttons on a soundboard.
I think I mentioned the Patreon. I'm not really sure.
we did. It was the Meads.
Oh, okay.
You were about
if
to do the
you really
Patreon.
enjoyed this episode, you can go to patreon.com/podcastatt and make a pledge of any amount there. We would love to see you. Boy fucking howdy. Was that an episode? Holy shit.
You know what I think this episode deserves?
Whew.
I think it deserves a 5-star review.
5 stars.
Well, 5-star rating.
I think we deserve at least 5 stars just for getting to the end.
Wow.
There was a
Yeah.
minute there where I thought the scotch had us.
We deserve 5 stars for finishing. Because everyone who finishes deserves 5 stars.
We've all finished
At least
today
one. Thank you, Seeker, very much for listening.
finishing with us.
And we'll see you real soon.
Bye.
Hey, have a good night now. I don't know if you were planning on staying over, but if you do take off, watch out for deer. And tell your mom I said hello.
I'm gonna burn this recording. Whole computer's gonna go. Wow.